Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you guys some automatic crop farms and also teach you guys how to build them. So before we start the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe so you will never miss another video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So there are three main designs when it comes to automatic crop farms. The first one is this. This is for the wheat and also the beetroot. So the way it works is quite simple. The villager has a full inventory of wheat seeds or beetroot seeds, like so. And when he harvests a crop, the crop will drop a wheat and also seed, but the villager already has a full inventory of seeds, so the excess seed will fill up his inventory again, and he will have no space to pick up the wheat, and so the wheat will lie on the floor, and the hopper minecart underneath the farm will pick it up. So the hopper minecart underneath will pick up the seed and also the wheat. This is completely the same for the beetroot. So this is the first main design, and the second one is for the melon and pumpkin. This also works. This farm's concept is also quite simple. The way it works is when a pumpkin grow on the sides, like over here or the other dirt, the stem will bend over because there is a pumpkin on the side, and this observer will pick it up, pick up the update, and it will power this block, and this node block here will update the piston here because it is because it is quasi because of quasi connectivity. So let me show you a small chunk of it so you guys will understand it more clearly. So this is what I'm talking about. So when a pumpkin grows on the side of the stem will bend over. Okay. So when a pumpkin grows on the side of it, the stem will bend over and make a update to this observer. This observer will power this block and also power the node block, and because this block is powered diagonally, and this node block will update the piston, so it will know that it is powered and break this pumpkin, and the pumpkin will lie on the ground, and again the hopper minecart goes underneath it and pick the pumpkin up. So this is for the pumpkin and melon. So this other design is for the carrots and also the potatoes. So this is more complex. The villager here will harvest all of these potatoes, and he will plant back all of the potatoes, and he will fill his inventory up with potatoes. So he will harvest the potatoes when it is work time, and when it's not, he will try to share his food with this villager. So he will stand on top of this block and he will try to throw the potatoes to this villager right here, but there's a hopper minecart over here, so it will get all of the potatoes that is thrown over here, and he will get all of the potatoes or the carrots. These two also works the same. So that is the basic understanding of the automatic crop farms. So now you guys understand how it works now. Now let me show you how to build them. So the first one is the wheat and the beetroot. So you have to get a space and put down dirt. So you put down 4 blocks of dirt and a birch stair and build 6 blocks to this direction and this direction, and you put down stairs and put down 6 dirts. So you will get something like this. So you will get something like this, and this is the middle of your farm right here, and you fill up all of these gaps with dirt. So this is the middle, and you build 4 blocks outwards for all directions. So the end result will be something like this. And get your water buckets and fill up all of these stairs. So all of these dirt blocks will be hydrated, and turn all of these dirt blocks into farmlands. So now you have the place to put down the crops. And now this is optional, but you can put down some blocks surrounding this farmlands, and you put down some glass on top of here surrounding the farmlands, so that the villager won't escape. So I'm talking about the blocks over here that are optional. So once you're done, it looks like this. So now it's time to put your roof on top of the floor, and you just cover up the whole entire farm, because you're gonna have a villager inside of this farm, and you don't want to have zombies jump down on the side to kill the villager, or even the lightning strikes striking your villager and turning them into witches. So it looks like this. So now you can put your villagers into the farm. So you're gonna get a villager, and you're gonna throw him 8 stacks of seeds. You can throw him wheat seeds or the beetroot seeds, depending on what you want to farm. So in this case, I'm giving him beetroot seeds. So once he picked up all of the seeds, you can let him go into the farm. And you can either put down a composter in one of these spaces, or you can put down a composter and trade with the villager, so he will forever be a farmer and he will keep farming in this farm. So you just trade with him, and you can get rid of this composter, and he will start farming. So another important thing is you should plant all of these beetroots first, or else he will use his beetroots in his inventory, and he will not have enough beetroot seeds to fill up his inventory. Oh, another important thing is to light up your farm. You can put down torches or whatever lighting blocks you have, so that it will ensure your crops growing. So once you've done all of these, your inside of the farm is done. And now it's time to do the hopper minecart underneath. The first thing you need to do is you place a layer of blocks underneath the dirt block. So you don't have to put down blocks over here or even over here. You just need to place the blocks directly on under the dirt blocks. So like so. And you can use a trick here. If you're in 1.14, you grab a trapdoor and you place it here, and you open it and go under and stand inside of the trapdoor and close it, and you will be crawling. So you can break all of these, and now you need to choose a site for the storage system. So you need some powered rails, some normal rails, and also detector rails. So let's say we want the storage system be over here. So you just build out some blocks over here, and you place a detector rail over here and a normal rail over there, and you can place down the powered rails over to the side, and you can place down all of the rails under here to be powered rails or normal rails, as long as the minecart will keep going underneath the farm. So in this case, I'm using all powered rails. So now you just need to make a snake pattern underneath the farm. So I'll see you guys when I've done all of the rails underneath the farm. So the finishing result looks like this. It goes to the side here, and it makes a snake pattern like this. So it will bend over, skipping this block over here, and it will make a snake pattern and back and forth, and then until the second last one, it will bend over to the last row, and it will use this block, and it will use this row to get back. So it will bend over like this, so it will go all the way over here. So now you need to place down some rails and a powered rail over here. And before we actually put down the rail, we need to put the hopper over here and another hopper going into this hopper. So underneath this hopper, you're gonna put down a dropper facing downwards, and now you're gonna build a minecart unloading system. So the way you build it is you put a block on the side of this dropper and put down a comparator, and it will go into a block and a redstone torch on the side, and put down a block on top of the redstone torch, and put a repeater going back on top of this block, and put down a block on top of the comparator. So now you can put the powered rail and the normal rail back on top of the hoppers, and you're gonna get a sticky piston and put it on the side of this redstone torch, and put a observer facing outwards on the face of the piston, and put down 2 observers going back into the farm, and it will power this dropper whenever there is a item. So you can make a water stream system down here and feed it into your storage system. So this is the whole farm working. Now you have to put down the last thing, which is the hopper minecart, and it will go underneath here, and it will pick up the beetroots or the weeds, and it will start working. So I will show you a design of a storage system in the end of the video, so if you want to see that, make sure to stay tuned. So this is the wheat and beetroot farm. So now let's make the melons and pumpkin farm. So now for the melons and pumpkin farm, the first thing you want to do is you put down the observer facing upwards in a checkerboard pattern, like this, and you can build however big you want. So all of these observers will have a crop underneath the observer. So if you have a observer right here, you have to put down a farmland and a melon seeds on top, or pumpkin seeds, depending on what you are trying to farm. So for the observer, I'm gonna build a small one like so, and make sure your checkerboard pattern is a square like this. So it doesn't matter if the end is like this or like this. So once you have all of your observers put down, and you're gonna get blocks and place it on top of the observers. So like this, and put down the pistons in between the gaps of the observers. So it will looks like this. And now for you to put the node blocks on top of the pistons. So it looks like this. And now you have to put down the farmlands for your crops. So it can be also quite tedious to place down your crops, but one way that you can do it is you can use that trapdoor trick again. So you place down a trapdoor, open it and close it, and you can place down your crops like this. And also I'm using farmland blocks, which you can't get in survival Minecraft. So so you can put down some water surrounding the farm, so like this, and you just place down the water surrounding your farm, and now you can hold them and place your crops like this. So after you have placed all of your stems, you can put down the glass surrounding the farm, so no melons or pumpkin will fall out of this farm. Okay, so it's like this. So after you have done your glass surrounding the farm, so again, after you have done the glass, you have to place blocks underneath your farm. And for the melon and pumpkin farm, you have to place down strips of rails like this, and you're gonna have different minecarts using all of these lanes. So again, you have to ensure your minecart can keep its momentum and go through all of these lanes and go back and put down your rails at the end of the lanes, and this will stop the powering of the powered rails over here going through to this. So again, you have to place down the hoppers for the minecart unloading system. So these hoppers are pointing to this hopper, and all of these hoppers are pointing down, and now you can place your rails and also your powered rails on top of them. And again, you have to make the minecart unloading system. It's exactly the same, and it is also tileable, so it looks like this. And I will show you how to collect all of the drops into a storage system in the end of the video. So now for the carrots and potato farms. So the carrots and potato farm is the most complex farm, but it's actually the easiest to build. So let me show you how to build them. You can have stairs to be in the middle, or you can use slabs or trapdoors. So as long as the water won't flow down, you're good. So now you place the dirt blocks on the side of the stairs or the slabs. So you're gonna put 4 farmlands on the sides to all directions like this, and fill up the corners like this, so it will looks like a diamond shape. And now you have to put 4 more farmlands outwards and put down a stair facing into the farm. And now you have to put down the water buckets, so it will hydrate all 4 of these farmlands. And you have to place down blocks on the side of the stairs to stop the water from flowing. And you have to do this for all 4 sides. So now for the side that gonna have a villager, it's gonna be a bit different. You have to place down 4 farmlands and put down a stair, and it will also point towards the middle, but you're gonna have 3 farmlands and place down the stair, and the stair will be closer to the middle by 1 block. And the reason for that is because you have to place down a block here for the villager to stand on, and you have to place down a slab in the middle right here and place down hoppers underneath the slabs. And now you have to place a block on top of the slab and put down a hopper minecart on top of the block and brick it, so it will sit on top of this slab, and it will collect all of the potatoes or carrots thrown over this hopper minecart. So now you have to fill all of this space with farmlands, so it will be in a diamond shape. So like this, you can copy the picture right here. So now again, you have the option to put the blocks surrounding the farmlands, so it looks more solid, but you can also don't place them and only put down the glass surrounding the farm. So again, put down the glass surrounding the farm so that the villager inside of this farm won't escape. So now you have the walls surrounding this farm, and also you have to put down a roof on top of this farm. And also one important thing is lighting up your farm, because all crops needs light to grow. So just light up all of the spaces for the crops to grow. So the same thing goes for the melons and pumpkin farm. I forgot to mention just now, but make sure you light up all of your crops, or else all of your crops won't grow. So once you have the roof, you want your villager to be inside of this farm, and also a composter in the middle of this farm. So now your villager inside of here will be a farmer, and place down your carrots or melons. So now place down your carrots or potatoes in here, and it will harvest all of the crops and throw to a villager right here. So now you also need a villager over here, and now your farm should be working. So just now I mentioned that I will teach you guys how to make a simple storage system for all of these farms. So the first thing is this wheat or beetroot farm. So this, you can actually make a storage system right here. So you have to cover up the sides of the ice. You can use packed ice or blue ice, it's up to you. Or you don't have any ice and you can place normal blocks over here. It will also works the same. And now you'll have to make a zigzag over here, so like this. And now you'll have to cover up the sides of the lanes. And over here you can place down chests right here to align the items to be 1 pixel over to this block. Or you can also use cakes like this, or you can also use dragon eggs, it's up to you. And right here you have to place down hoppers, so this will be your storage system. So you have to place down a line of hoppers right here. And now you can either put your chests over to this side or the outside over here. In this case, I will make it facing to the outside, so it's right to this side. And you have to place down blocks right here so that you can place down the hoppers facing to the side over there. So if you place the hoppers by clicking on these blocks, all of the hoppers will face to this outside over here. And put all of the chests over here, and this will have plenty of space for you to store all of your crops, so like this. And now you'll have to place down trapdoors or slabs to stop the water from flowing to this side. And if you see you have your water stream don't go all the way, you can place down a slab or a trapdoor and put down another water source over this block, and like this, so the item goes through this water stream, and it will go through this underneath this trapdoor and catches this water source and keep going. So if you are trying to do this trick, you'll have to have at least a normal ice to be over here to be able to let the water stream working. But if you are using ice, I highly suggest you don't use it because normal ice will melt. So you have to at least have a packed ice right here, and you can see it working. Let me just show you. It will go zip through this air gap, and it will zip through the air gap and continue going. So now your storage system should be working. Another thing that I want to mention is you can make a overflow system by just blocking the water from flowing, and you have to use another ice right here, and you can grab a cactus and put it right here. So if the items don't have a hopper to go into, it will go through this whole system and get destroyed by this cactus, and you can place down a slab over the cactus to prevent it from growing. And now the items will be sorted like this. It will sort by this slice by slice, and all of the items will go through to be underneath here. And if this chest is completely filled and have no space, the second chest will fill up, and after it has filled up, this chest will fill up, and eventually this whole slice will be full, and the items will get into this chest, and it will go on like this. So let me show you the storage system working. So it will be, the items will go through starting right here, and the items will zip through this water stream and get distributed to all of these slices. In that case, I have too many beetroots, so all of these hoppers don't have enough space to collect all of them, so it will distribute through all of these slices, and all of them will be under here. And this storage system can work with anything. This storage system, you can use it for this farm or this farm, or even a normal storage system for your normal items. So now for this one, you can copy that system right there, but if you don't know, I can show you right now. You'll have to place down a dropper so that it can spit out its item and let it go into a water stream. And now you have to make a system so that when there is items in this dropper, it will spit out automatically. So here's a simple design. So you put down a comparator right here, going through into a block, and like this, place down a redstone dust right here and right here, place down a block to stop them from connecting, and also a block right here, and put down a repeater and a redstone dust over here and a block right here. So now if you can see, if there is a item in the dropper, it will spit out the items automatically. And you can copy this right here and be over here. And for the melons and pumpkin farm, it will be a bit different. You have to place down blocks right here and also right here, and some blocks surrounding the space right here. And you have to use slabs and put down it right here, and it will stop the water from flowing. And now you have to place your water buckets on the block right here, the whole row over here, and all of the water on this row are flowing water, And now you have to place down another water stream right here, and again use blocks to surround the water stream. And now put a water bucket right there, and it should be working. And again copy the design right there. So you just have to do something like this. So you just have to do something like this. Like this. And something like this, and you can do the rest of the storage system. So here is the solution. If you are building a farm, its width is bigger than 8, and you have to do something like this. So there's a water stream, and here is another. This block right here is a water source, and all the way to the end there is another water source. So that should be it. So that is the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.